You've been through so much, Cancer. There are moments when you sit in silence, feeling the weight of the world pressing against your chest, and you wonder, what happened to me? Why do I feel like I'm falling apart inside? But here's the truth no one ever told you loud enough. You are not broken. Your heart is not shattered beyond repair. Your soul is not too tired to dream again. You are simply in the middle of becoming. Pain doesn't mean you're broken, it means you're still alive, still feeling, still trying. It means your soul is doing the sacred work of healing. The ache you carry isn't weakness. It's evidence that you've loved deeply, trusted fully, and dared to hope even when the world let you down. Sometimes healing doesn't look pretty. Sometimes it looks like crying yourself to sleep. Sometimes it looks like pulling away to protect what's left of your energy. But behind that, something is still holding you together. Your essence, your light, your truth. You may feel lost right now, but that doesn't mean you're off course. You're simply walking through the sacred valley where your spirit is learning how to bloom again, slowly, softly, in your own time. So, take a breath. Not everything that's hurting is here to destroy you. Some of it is here to awaken you. And today, that's exactly where we begin. Cancer. Your heart is not just tender, it is ancient. Within you lives a memory of lifetimes. You may not always understand why you care so deeply, or why the emotions of others cut through you like waves crashing on a fragile shore. But your sensitivity is not a flaw. It is a form of wisdom passed down through generations of love, loss, and longing. You feel so much because you know so much. Not in words, but in energy, in spirit. There are parts of you that sense when someone is hurting even before they speak. Parts of you that can hear the silence in a room and know what's been left unsaid. You walk into a space and intuitively scan for safety, for harmony, for belonging. And sometimes it becomes too much. You wonder why you're always the one holding space, offering comfort, forgiving what seems unforgivable. You wonder why people lean on you even when you have no strength left to stand on your own. But here's something you need to remember. Your gift is sacred. Not everyone has this level of perception. Not everyone can sit with pain and not turn away. You were born to feel deeply because you are meant to heal deeply, not just yourself, but the world around you. Yes, your empathy can exhaust you, but it can also transform you. The more you honor what your heart knows without judging it, without suppressing it, the more you allow that ancient wisdom to rise to the surface and guide you. So instead of asking, why do I feel this much? Maybe ask, what is my heart trying to teach me? Because sometimes, Cancer, the answers you're looking for aren't in your mind. They're already echoing softly in your soul. As the cards lay before you today, dear Cancer, they whisper what you most need to remember. You are not alone. The presence of the Three of Cups surrounds you, a gentle reminder that soul connections exist even in silence. This card is a celebration, yes. But deeper than that, it's a sacred mirror. A reflection of the people who see your heart. The ones who recognize your tears even when you're smiling. You may have felt isolated lately. You may have questioned if anyone truly understands the depth of your emotions. You might even have pulled away, trying to protect your heart from further ache. But the tarot doesn't lie. There is support, seen and unseen, walking beside you. Spiritual guides, soul friends, ancestral energy. They are closer than you think. Look around, Cancer. Who makes you feel lighter just by being near? Who gives without asking? Listens without judgment, holds space for you even when words fail. Those are your soul allies. And even if no one comes to mind right now, trust that the universe is aligning connections in the background. People whose hearts beat in rhythm with yours are being drawn into your life slowly, surely, in divine timing. But here's something important. You must let yourself be seen. Your healing begins the moment you stop pretending you're fine when you're falling apart inside. Share your truth softly, honestly. Let your heart open just enough to let the light come in. You don't have to carry the weight of the world by yourself. There are hands waiting to hold you. There are voices waiting to say, "Me too." So today, through this reading, through this sacred moment, let this be your reminder. You are not alone in this season. You never were. There's a reason you feel things before they happen, Cancer. There's a reason you sense the shift in someone's energy before they speak a word. You've always known deep down that your emotions are not a weakness. They are your compass. Today, the High Priestess rises in your spread, like moonlight breaking through a clouded night. She doesn't speak loudly. She doesn't push. She simply waits calm, wise, eternal, because she knows that everything you seek already lives inside you. Cancer, your gift is your sensitivity. You feel the undercurrents others miss. You pick up on unspoken truths. And when you stop doubting yourself, when you finally trust that inner whisper, you step into your highest power. But lately, you've second-guessed yourself, haven't you? Maybe you've told yourself, "I'm being too emotional." Or you've let logic drown out that quiet knowing in your gut. But the tarot says, it's time to return. Back to your center. Back to your knowing. Back to that place inside you that doesn't need proof and need presence. So pause. Take a breath. Close your eyes if you need to. And ask yourself, what truth have I been ignoring? Because once you honor it, once you say yes to that sacred voice inside, you'll stop seeking answers in all the wrong places. You are not lost, dear Cancer. You're simply being invited to listen again. Not with your ears, but with your soul. Trust it. Your intuition has never led you astray. It's only waiting for you to believe it again. Cancer. You've been doing so much inner work lately, quietly, faithfully, without applause, without needing anyone to notice. But let me tell you something beautiful. Even if no one else sees the healing you've been doing, the universe does. And more importantly, your soul knows. You've been tending to the wounds that others pretended not to see. You've been rewriting the stories that once held you back. And you've been learning, sometimes through tears, that your softness isn't a curse, it's a sacred strength. Today's energy shows the star card shimmering through your reading. A sign of deep restoration, a quiet hope that returns not in lightning but in gentle rain. This healing is not loud, Cancer. It doesn't rush. It arrives in waves, just like you. You may not see the results yet, but they're forming in the background. Every time you set a boundary, every time you choose peace over chaos, you are moving closer to the life your heart has been praying for. So be proud of yourself. Not for being perfect, but for being real, for showing up for your healing, even on the days you wanted to give up. You are not broken. You are becoming. And this sacred becoming will bring people, places, and peace that feel like home, because you finally feel like home within yourself. Let this be your affirmation tonight. I deserve gentle healing. I deserve lasting peace. And I welcome both with an open heart. Cancer. Has anyone ever made you feel like you were too much? Too emocional, too sensitive, too intense, too honest, too deep. They may have tried to dim your light, not because it was flawed, but because it illuminated the parts of them they didn't want to face. But here's the truth they never told you. Your sensitivity is not a weakness. It's a superpower in a world that often forgets how to feel. You weren't born to live on the surface. You were made for the depths, the places where real transformation happens. And no, you don't have to apologize for being the one who loves deeply, feels deeply, and hopes deeply. You don't have to shrink so others feel comfortable. Your heart is not a burden. It's a blessing. You carry oceans within you, Cancer, and oceans don't ask for permission to exist. Right now, the Queen of Cups appears to hold space for you, a reflection of your highest self. Intuitive, nurturing, deeply wise. She reminds you that you are allowed to take up space, allowed to feel fully, allowed to live as the whole, powerful, soulful being you are. You are not too much. You are exactly enough. And the right people, the ones who can swim in your depths, they will never ask you to be less. Tonight, breathe this truth into your soul. I am worthy of love, just as I am. I am enough. I am more than enough. Cancer, within you lives a child who still remembers. The part of you who once loved without fear, who believed in magic, who reached for comfort without guilt, who cried freely and laughed with your whole soul. That child is still here. They may be quiet now, hidden beneath layers of wounds, of silence, of be strong and don't be too much. End of 4, but they're still waiting for you to return. Tonight, you are being called to gently revisit the places in you that still ache, not to reopen pain, but to bring light to the rooms you closed long ago. The 6 of Cups appears now, a card of memory, sweetness, and reconnection. It invites you to hold hands with the version of you who once felt forgotten, to say, I see you, I love you, you didn't deserve what hurt you. Is from you are allowed to go back in time, not to stay there, but to retrieve the part of your soul that got left behind. And maybe, just maybe, this is where the healing truly begins. Let your heart whisper to that younger self, you are safe now. You were always worthy. And I am here. I've never stopped loving you, because you haven't lost them, Cancer. You are them. And in remembering, you become whole again. Cancer, there is a story you've been carrying, one that whispers to you in the dark, telling you who you are, what you deserve, and why love must come at a cost. This story might have started long ago. Maybe it began with someone else's voice. You're too sensitive. You ask for too much. You have to earn love. But with time, that voice became your own. And now, even when life offers healing, your heart still tightens, afraid to trust it. The 8 of Swords shows up now, a card that speaks of invisible prisons, stories we believe that no longer serve us. But here's the truth. You are not trapped, Cancer. You are not broken. And you do not have to keep repeating this narrative. The walls you feel around you are made of fear, not reality. The door is open, but only you can decide to walk through it. What if today you laid that old story down? What if you said, I don't have to be the person shaped by pain. I can be someone new, someone free. You are allowed to rewrite everything. You are allowed to become softer, safer, more alive. Because healing is not becoming someone else. It's becoming yourself, beneath all the layers that were never yours to begin with. And as you begin to tell a new story, you'll discover that the world is ready to listen. Cancer, you've spent so much time looking for a place to belong. Maybe in people, maybe in moments that felt like home for a heartbeat. But then, like tides, they shifted, and you were left floating again. Tonight's message is simple, yet powerful. You are your own home. You are the place where safety begins. The Queen of Cups rises for you now, your own energy. She is gentle, yes, but her strength is not in how much she gives to others. It's in how deeply she listens to herself. She knows that no one else is responsible for making her feel whole, and no one has the right to tear her apart. So, Cancer, ask yourself gently, when was the last time you truly returned to yourself? When you sat in stillness, placed a hand over your heart, and said, this is enough. I am enough. You don't need to be more lovable. You already are. You don't need to do more to deserve peace. You already do. This is your sacred reminder. You don't have to chase safety. You are the safe place. You are the calm after the storm. You are the light in your own ocean. Come home, Cancer. Not to the past, not to someone else, but to yourself where you have always belonged. Cancer, now that you've returned to your center, something beautiful happens. You begin to integrate. The wounds don't vanish. The memories don't rewrite themselves. But you no longer live from a place of survival. You begin to live from wholeness. The Temperance card emerges now, gently reminding you that healing is not instant. It's a dance, a sacred blending of old and new, hurt and hope, grief and gratitude. There's no need to rush the process, no pressure to fix everything, because, dear one, you're not broken. You're becoming. You are integrating the versions of yourself that once felt scattered, the child who feared abandonment, the lover who gave too much, the soul who longed for peace. Now, they are coming home inside you, held by your compassion, healed by your patience, transformed by your willingness to stay. You don't have to prove anything to the world. You've already done the bravest thing. You faced yourself. So as we close this sacred space together, carry this truth with you like a candle in the dark. You are enough. You are whole. You are home. Let this be your anchor, your compass, your quiet revolution. And when the waves rise again, because they will, remember, you've been to the depths, you've risen, and you will rise again.